Well, hello everybody. Jason F. New Age Revolution down here in the cave for, I don't know, what we're going to call friend appreciation video. Subscriber appreciation. That's right. You know, obviously, it goes without saying, without the views, without the followers, without the interaction, more importantly, the channel wouldn't exist. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't have the motivation to do it, especially nowadays when I'm, not feeling great. I wouldn't do it. So, 7 years ago or so, I sat down here and made an awkward video that talked about, I don't know, that I had a toy collection and I wanted to show it off. And then I made an LJN video that is my most viewed video. I think it's over like 11,000 views. I made an LJN series, and that's what brought everybody to the channel for the most part. And then I just added all kinds of different stuff and different shows and co-hosts and room remodels and hiatuses and family vacations and Christmases, and you got to meet the children, and they came down and they did some stuff, and the channel's been through many faces, many changes, many identities, I guess, of the channel. But at the very core is the camaraderie and the companionship and the conversation about childhood and about all of our favorite decades, the 80s, what it meant to us, and how we still, have very fond memories of it. So I figured, look, we've got kind of a little bit of a growing project that I talked about earlier. I wanted to transform the sump pump room into a little bit of a walk-in video closet, a walk-in VHS closet. Some people have said, make it into a video store. Yes, that's the idea, just scaled way down to a tiny little closet. So I said, well, I can't really do that unless I clean out that closet and maybe even get rid of some stuff. So I think I'm at the point of the collection where I can get rid of stuff. I never thought that I would get rid of anything, but it's sitting back there in a dark area that I will literally never go through again. In fact, when I was pulling some stuff out for this show, I was getting a little nostalgic over, some of the board games, but the reality is they're going to sit back there, and I can utilize that area much better if I just downsize a little. So we sold a few things on eBay. One to a friend of the channel, and a second to somebody else. But my man Jay went and purchased my Elf board game that I had on eBay. So that is going to friend of the channel Jay, and he even asked me to sign it. What a humbling thing that is, when somebody asks you to ruin their item by signing it as if you were some kind of a celebrity. So what I figured I would do is say thank you to all of you who have been a part of the channel all these years. Some of you have been a part of the channel since. Some of you were amongst my first 100 subscribers, and you're still interacting. Funky Monk, who I think might have changed his name, is one of my first subscribers and still drops a comment here and there on the channel. So friendships have developed, at least text friendships. I've met a few of you. G.I. Joe Ron has been to the house, celebrated my birthday here with me. And then just, multiple conversations with people through email or through text message. So it has been fun and rewarding. And not to mention all of the donations to the channel, not to the channel, to the museum, to the cave, all of the gifts that I've gotten in the mail, gifts my children have gotten from some of you. I mean, it's just overwhelming. Then I got sick, in March, and I really was going to be done down here because I just, don't have the desire or the motivation to do this when I'm not feeling well. I'm trying to push that off. I don't feel well consistently. It's been a bad week or so, maybe even a little bit longer than a week. I have an endoscopy on Monday. All the endoscopies will do is tell me if it's going down or going up. I think it's going up. We'll see. I don't know. And then it's on to other treatment options, which are very limited. There's only 2 more options for treatment. One is a steroid, and the other is an extremely expensive medication that most insurances won't cover without a fight. And then when they do cover them, it's still a $1,200 copay. So that likely won't happen. I don't know. I try not to, I can't say I try not to get down about it because I'm down about it every day. I'm down about it now. But regardless of that, let's get into the friend appreciation, the subscriber appreciation event. I've got, this is spoken for. I'm going to send that off. So I've got, looks like 5 items to, now there are a couple of people who wanted some other things. Those we'll talk about. Those are spoken for. Somebody wanted my Transformers game. Somebody wanted my Star Wars game. Yes, that's all set. That's all fine. When will I send these out? Hopefully within like a week, everything will be sent out. The eBay stuff I had to do first. And then, the lunch boxes that people have been waiting for are going out. And then some of this stuff will go out too. So I don't know how we're going to do this. If you want some stuff, email me. Leave it if you leave it in the comments, it'll kind of get lost because the comments start to fill up real quick. I guess email me at either jason.nup. No, it's now no dot. jasonnup76 at gmail.com. jasonnup, KNUPP, jasonnup76 at gmail.com, or TN80R questions at gmail.com. There's 2 emails that you can reach me at, and I'll put the links. Just tell me that you want it, and if there's multiple people that want it, I'll put you in a drawing for it. I mean, that's all I can do, really. I can't say the first one who wants it, because that's not fair. If you want it, tell me that you want it, and I'll put you in a drawing, and we'll draw a winner after a week or so. The first thing that I'm going to give away is a game called Max Backtalk. I have no idea if any of these games work, so I don't know if you're only wanting something that absolutely works and is playable. I don't know if you should go for stuff like this because I don't know if all the parts to all my games are here. I never cared enough to make sure that parts were here. Really, I was just collecting them because the boxes looked cool. But here's Max Backtalk, complete with really old batteries. I assume you'll have to do some corrosion cleaning. Has its instructions. Max Backtalk is kind of like a Simon Says video game, I think. It's from 1986. It is from Milton Bradley. Max Backtalk, if you are interested. From the collection of the new 80s. Look, my hands are touching the game. You're going to get a hand-touched game from me. Maybe even a licked game from me. I didn't really. It was optical illusion. Max Backtalk, number 1. If anybody wants the 80s version, 1987 Scrabble, TV Scrabble. No idea how this is played. It's the official home version of the TV game show sensation. Scrabble was once a television game show. Again, no idea if all the parts are here. It seems to be pretty complete. You know, there's stuff, there's instructions. I have no idea if it's complete, but if anybody wants Scrabble, the TV version from 1987, let me know. Along the same lines, if anybody would like the Price is Right board game, this is from 1986. If anybody would like the 1986 Price is Right board game, which again, you know, seems like, it looks like they've got like games, you know, that you can play. I don't know. Kind of like the Price is Right, I assume. If anybody wants that, let me know. And if there's more than one of you, we'll do a drawing. If anybody would like the Mork and Mindy video game, board game from, I assume, the 70s. Yeah, I don't know. I assume it's the 70s. This is, again, you know, I've actually never looked at this. There you go. There's the Mork and Mindy board game. No idea if it's all here. Maybe. If anybody wants that, let me know. And finally, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Pizza Power game from, I assume, 87, 89. 87, there was no turtles. That's silly. If anybody wants the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Pizza Power, Liam and I used to play this as a kid, when he was a kid. And by playing it, I think we just kind of rolled the dice or the spinner and just kind of goofed around the board a little bit. I don't think we ever played it, but this is a little bit of a throwback for me. He and I used to goof around with this game when he was a kid. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Pizza Power, Mork and Minnie, The Price is Right, the Scrabble TV game, and Max Backtalk is available. If they don't sell on eBay, Mystery Mansion and Superstition will also be available. I have them listed on eBay right now, and they're not selling. I mean, come on, you know, board games will take months to sell on eBay, so I'm not even going to mess around with eBay. But there you go. If anybody wants any of those, email me at one of those two email addresses. I'll put links below to the email, and just tell me that you're interested. And if there are more than one, then we'll do a little bit of a drawing. If only one person is interested within a week, 5 days, 6 days, I'll send it to you. And just my small way of saying thank you for the years of support on the channel, and the years of friendships and the years of conversation and you know, commiseration about our pasts and our childhoods and the days of long ago, and of course how we all yearn for them now. But and then as we clear out that room, we'll start to do some stuff with that room. I'm just hoping that this health things turns around. It's, you know, it's weird. I've had good runs. I've had runs of like 3 weeks of feeling good and positive and no anxiety and eating and, you know, maintaining weight at about 175 to 177 pounds. I'm now down to 170 because, you know, I'm swollen, and it's hard to eat. It's hard to desire to eat is part of the problem. So endoscopy on Monday, and my best bet, my hope is that they tell me that the eosinophil count is dropping, but it's not quite gone yet. So keep doing what you're doing. That'll be great, because that'll make sense to me. Feeling good, but not quite done yet. And I don't even know if you're ever really done with this, is what they say. Feeling good, but not quite done. If they tell me that the eosinophil count is climbing, that means that I'm eating something wrong. And I'm eating like 10, 12 foods. So I'm still eating something wrong. I'm still putting an allergen in my body, and I don't know what it is. If they tell me it's gone, then I'm not going to believe them, because I feel like garbage. So it's not gone. I will accept numbers are decreasing, not quite gone yet, but we're on the right track. That'll be the best answer. Worst answer is numbers are going up. So it has definitely impacted life, for sure. It's been an awful 3 months. It's hard for me to stay positive about future things. The Universal Studios trip in December is still completely up in the air. I'm supposed to go to Nickel City Con tomorrow, or next Sunday in Buffalo, and I should. There shouldn't be a reason that I don't go. It's all depending on mood, I guess. Went to a baseball game a couple of nights ago. That was a bust, total bust. I was swollen. I couldn't eat or drink anything, and everybody around me is having a good old time, and I'm like sitting there with my hood up, because I can't do anything. And it is a mindset too, right? It's a mindset, a total mindset. There are people who are in dire straits as far as abilities go, physical abilities. There are people in wheelchairs. There are people who have, major problems and disabilities, I guess we'll say, and still continue to get a kick out of life. I got some stuff going on, and it's completely flattened me. When it flares up, it just flattens me, wipes me out, and I don't want to do anything or care about anything. So we'll see on Monday, I guess. All right, that's it. That's again, thank you all. And let me know what you want, and I'll probably do some stuff over the weekend. I've been jotting down random, obscure things that remind me of childhood, and there's some strange stuff out there like that like flash me back to childhood. Slip-in slides. If I see a slip-in slide, I'm immediately like, kid, childhood. Lawn mowing brings me back to childhood. Why? That's silly. No, we'll talk about it. That'll probably be a video this weekend, and maybe some other stuff, and then we'll go do the thing on Monday, and we'll see how it goes. But for those of you that like watch the vlogs, you're like, you're doing good. You're in a good mood. Yeah, I am. When this dies down, I get into a better mood. When it flares up, it just takes me down, levels me. And that's, I got to figure out a way to change that. I can't be dominated by this, or else it'll be a pretty unfulfilling existence if this just keeps having the power to bring my mood down to nothing. I can't do that. So anyway, that's that. Thanks, everybody. Do what you need to do as far as the games go, and we'll figure out who gets what. Talk to you soon. Good night now. I didn't press the button. Good night now. Still didn't press it. The phone. What is wrong with these phones?